the foes in the moment.
Hey guys, it's Call of Duty owning 123 here, and I'm back with more Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. I know that the last gameplay I posted was multiplayer, but this time I'm going to be playing on survival, which should be pretty awesome. So yeah, I've already re-recorded this gameplay on Mission. It's my first ever game that I played on survival, so I was just really keen to try out the weapons, how effective each type of weapon was, some of the kill streaks, that kind of thing. So yeah, as you can see, you start out with a pistol, and I've just picked up the model 1887 from one of the enemies. So I've now got a pistol in that, so I'll probably be using my pistol for a round or two, just trying to use up the ammo, going back to the old zombie tactics. But I think that's okay. So yeah, just see how this gameplay goes. I'm really impressed with survival mode so far, because like multiplayer is good. I mean, multiplayer is just, it's probably about Modern Warfare 2.7 or 2.8. I mean, it's certainly a big improvement, but it's fundamentally the same, which I'm fine with, to be honest. I love Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. I don't see a need to change it. But survival, I absolutely love. It's such a great game mode because it kind of combines all like the weaponry and the teamwork of multiplayer with the like survival of zombies from Black Ops and World at War. As you can see there, I just used a weapon box. There are 3 different boxes around the map, an airstrike box, an equipment box, and a weapon box. The weapon box allows you to buy weapons, obviously for money, which you can see in the bottom left-hand corner. And yeah, you can just buy any weapon as long as you A, have the money for it, and B, you're the right level to unlock it. So I think I've just gone ahead. Did I actually buy anything? No, I don't think I did. Yeah, so I think that's really useful, the way that you can just like upgrade your weapon every so often rather than having to... I mean, I'm going to be doing quite a few comparisons to zombies because that's obviously the closest thing we've had before. But yeah, as you can see, look, wave 2 cleared. It comes up with your performance for that wave, and it shows you... I've now just unlocked the equipment armory. Sorry, that's what they're called, armories. So this is the weapon armory, and the equipment armory does stuff like claymores and grenades. So here, I open it up, you can see there's all the different categories that you can get. Shotguns, I already own the model 1887. Submachine guns, I decided to buy the MP5 instead of my pistol. So I probably use my shotgun. I always use my worst weapon up first before I start on my best weapon. And as you saw there was a timer, so like there's 20 seconds that you have, or I think it's about 20-30 seconds that you have to go and sort out all of your bits before the next wave starts, or you can both ready up effectively and the wave starts immediately. So they come from all directions really, but I think that the key thing that we were doing here was moving around and sticking together. Certainly sticking together is a big part of it, because if you do manage to get downed, then it's really not that helpful being miles away. But yeah, sticking together is a good plan. Also, from what I can tell, running around a bit is good. Rather than just camping, find like an area of the map that's easy to run around in, and just like just kill all the enemies as they come. Perhaps if there's 2 directions like we have here, get 1 person on each direction, and eventually you'll just take them all out. It's quite handy because in the top left above the wave counter there's a counter for how many enemies there are left, which I think is really useful. They could have done that in zombies. It's just kind of like, it's better. Well, it's weird because zombies was fun because it was just a laugh. It's something that you could do and just try and go for the highest thing. There were some ridiculous weapons, but with this it's fun because it's like, it's slightly realistic. Like you're abandoned and you've just been abandoned with a pistol with one teammate, the rest of your squad have died, and you've just got to survive until you die, really. So here I'm probably just gonna use the MP5 for a bit. You can get things like, obviously you can get kills, you can get assists now, like, you can get, what else can you get? You can get kill streaks. Like, it actually comes up with the kill streak, and in fact later on we'll have a look at some of the more precise kill streaks that we can get. Like, we both got Predator missiles. He called in a Delta squad, which is a helicopter that drops down loads of teammates to help you out. They're extremely useful, and they just cover an entire area whilst following you around. But I mean, even the maps, all of the maps are available on survival as well as multiplayer, and to be honest, they all suit survival and multiplayer. Like, certainly, they're all, I'd say they all have the consistency of Favela from Modern Warfare 2, if that's the closest map that I had to compare it to, because there's no massive maps like Wasteland or Afghan was quite big, and there's no particularly tiny maps like Rust or Nuketown. But, I mean, I think, yeah, about Favela, because they're all relatively leveled, like there's no flat maps, and they're all kind of small to medium size, which is suited to the, certainly run and gun flanking gameplay rather than the run straight up the middle gameplay in Black Ops or the, camp. I'm sorry, that's the only way I can describe it. Tactics in Modern Warfare 2. Here I've just traded out my shotgun for the G18. I know that probably most of you are thinking that's a really bad idea, but I just wanted to get a good grip with every type of weapon, see how they all were effective, and certainly this one seems to be quite effective. Obviously it's only effective at close range, but as a secondary, I think it's alright. Obviously it costs a lot less, so that does give it an advantage. Yeah, slowly as the waves progress, I'm on wave 5 now, but there tends to be like new enemies introduced. Like at first it's just soldiers, then there's fast moving soldiers, then there's dogs with explosives. Oh no, then there's like people with explosives, like suicide bombers and dogs with explosives. Then there's chemical agents which try using chemical warfare against you. So it gets quite chaotic at times a bit later. I'm just absolutely owning with this G18 at the moment because it's quite close quarters. Wave 5 cleared. Oh, and there's also Juggernauts. God, how did I forget the Juggernauts blimmin' things? The amount of times that, certainly in this game we had 2 of them. They are so hard to kill. I mean, we did it eventually, but they are very, very hard. Now I'm just waiting for this guy to be done. See how it says press circle, or I don't know what that would be on the Xbox, to ready up in 10 seconds. So that's really quite useful if you want to skip the pause between the rounds. Hostiles inbound, it actually tells you. It's quite useful. But I just like the layout of the game, like the way it gives you just so much information, even if you don't need to know it. It's just nice to have it there. I certainly like the HUD of the of Modern Warfare 3. Even in multiplayer and survival, it's a very nice heads-up display. Here, I thought that we had to just take down the chopper, and it turns out that you didn't just have to take down the chopper. So I just owned everyone on my G18 and then revived my teammate because I was just like, hang on, why are there people firing at me? Yeah, it's pretty good to be honest. I'm just still using the G18 here because, like, it's quite hard to survive. I mean, at some points there's just random choke points where you've really just got to hold out and hope that you don't get downed. We've learnt our lesson about the helicopters, I hope. And I might have just shot it down, or perhaps we just killed one of the enemy, but oh well, whatever. Ready to ready up? Does that even make sense? 21, 20, 19. Here I'm just pondering what guns I can get. Holographic sight, you can get stuff for it, which is quite interesting. 9, 8, 7. Yeah, I just bought one of the pistols because I decided to see how that would go. Not because it was better or anything, just because I wanted to test it out. I'll switch it out in a minute. Killed him. Suddenly, yeah, it's definitely something that Infinity War can be proud of. Survival mode. I believe that they made it, or was it one of the other studios? But yeah, it really is something that is certainly going to be played a lot and hopefully uploaded to YouTube a lot in the fashion that Zombies was, because it is incredibly fun and the repeat value is quite good. Like because there's 16 maps that you can play it on, you really can play it again and again and have different stuff happen to you every time. We decided to come up to this square bit up here because I'm not sure why. As you can see, over to where that outline of the F-22 is, there is a armory for airstrikes, which I believe is where we're going now. Or actually, no. Yeah, we are. And this is just where you can buy kill streaks such as Predator missiles, an airstrike, which is just, a regular airstrike, Delta Squad, which drops in Delta Squad to come and help you out, and Riot Shield Squad, which again just drops in a Riot Shield squad. Really, well, not just a Riot Shield by itself, because that would be kind of useless. But I'm not sure why we're just sitting here, because this is a really bad place to stay. But I'm not sure, is this where the chemical agents start coming in? Do you know, it might be another round in a bit. But I actually bought some claymores in this map, because you can buy, like, I think it's 5 claymores, and then you can just refill them. But I didn't actually get the chance to use them, which is a shame. I'll try and get some footage of that when I play next. In fact, hopefully, pretty soon we'll be getting an HD PVR, which will be good. And we can record all of this in like full, like 1080 and stuff, instead of just this HD that we have at the moment. At the moment, really, I'm just following him around because he's level 19, so I was just like, I wasn't following him as such, but I was just trying to see what he does to get a feel of how this game is played, because, every game is different, but also every game mode is different. Like, multiplayer and Zombies and Black Ops were different, multiplayer in Modern Warfare 2 and Spec Ops and everything, it's all just played completely differently, and it's just like people can plan before the game comes out what classes they're going to use and all sorts of stuff like that, but you don't really know if they're going to be truly effective unless you actually play the game, because like everyone thought that, say, Overkill was going to be overpowered, and at the moment it doesn't seem to be, although most people haven't actually got it yet, so that's probably why. So yeah, I'll join up in the next part of this survival gameplay. Thanks for watching.